Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 10 math. So you can find all the lessons on a+students.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 10 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter right triangles. So let's just start with the lesson. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is right triangles, right? So right triangles are the one they that have one angle must equals 90 degree, right? Let's just start with the practice questions. Rosie is attending a school orchestra concert. He sees his math teacher seated 8 meters ahead of him and his science teacher seated 15 meters off his right. How far apart are the two teachers, right? So you can make a right triangle according to the situation. So basically you have to calculate the hypotenuse of the right triangle, right? So just apply the Pythagorean theorem, that is a square plus b square equals c square. A equals that is 8 square. B equals 15, that is 15 square. You need to calculate the c, right? So just evaluate the value of the c is 17. The correct option is 17 meters, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, from a train station, one train heads north and another head east. Sometime later, the northbound train has traveled 15 miles and the eastbound train has traveled 20 miles. How far apart are the two trains? Measure a straight line, right? So, for example, here is a train station, right? One north, the north one covered 15 miles, and the other eastbound and it covers 20 miles. You need to calculate this distance, right? We need to calculate the c the hypotenuse, right? So just apply the Pythagorean theorem and evaluate the value, that is a square plus b square equals c square, right? A is 15 and b is 20. So 15 square plus 20 square equals c square. So 20 square is 400, 15 square is, I think, 225. Just add and evaluate. See, so 400 plus 225, that is 625. Then you have to square root. Okay, so square root 625, that is 25, right? So that means the third distance is 25. The correct option is 25. That means the distance between both the trains are 25 miles, right? Okay, the next one is a hummingbird's nest is 12 feet high in a tree and a flower is on ground 35 meters away. From the base of the tree, how far will the hummingbird need to fly to get from its nest to the flower? Okay, so that is 12 feet high. Here is the hummingbird nest. And the flower is on the ground 35 feet away from the base of the tree. Right here is the flower. How far the hummingbird need to fly to get him from its nest to the flower. You have to calculate from here to here how much distance you have to cover. So just apply the Pythagorean theorem. 12 and 35. Okay. A square plus b square equals c square. A is 12, b is 35. So 12 square plus 35 square equals c square. So c square equals 12 square is 144 and 35 square is 1225. That is 37. That is c equals 37. The distance that means he have to cover is 37 feet, right? Okay, the next one is two boats leave the same marina. One heads north and the other heads east. After some times, the northbound boat has traveled 21 kilometer and the east boat has traveled 72 kilometer. How far apart are the two boats? Okay, you can do the question in your notebook and write the answer in the chat box. So, which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 75 kilometers apart, right? Both the boats are 75 kilometer apart. Very good. Kristen's bedroom is rectangular. The length of one wall of the Christine 12 feet. The length of another corner of the bedroom to the diagonally opposite corner is 15 feet. What is the length of the other wall? So, is the correct option? Okay, so the length of one wall of the Christine's bedroom is okay, like that means this is the length of one wall, 12 feet. The length of another corner of the bedroom to the diagonally opposite corner is 15 feet. Diagonally opposite corner, that is 15 feet. Find the length of the other wall. You have to calculate the length of this wall, right? Okay, so you have to evaluate a square equals b square. A square plus b square equals c square. You have to you are given c. That is 12 square plus b square equals 15 square. B square equals 15 square minus 12 square. 15 square is 225 minus 144. I think that is 49. No, let's see. 225 minus 140, 81 it is. 81 it is, right? So when you square root the value, that is C. So that means the missing value is 9, right? The length of the other diagonal is 9. The correct option is 9. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, the next one is converse of the Pythagorean theorem. Let's just start with the next lesson. A triangle has sides with a length 4 centimeters, 14 centimeters, and 16 centimeters. Is it a right angle? Is it a right angle? So you are given the measurements of the triangle. You need to see if this is a right angle triangle. So let's assume the longest side is the um, hypotenuse, right? The largest is the C. Just put up the values in the Pythagorean theorem. A square plus b square equals c square. So c is 16, right? 4 square plus 14 square equals 16 square. If their sum of their squares equals the square 256, that means that is a right angle triangle. But you can see here 16, 4 square is 16, 14 square is 196, their sum equals 212, but it isn't equal to 56, so that is not a right angle triangle. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, a triangle has side lengths with 12 centimeter, 16 centimeter, and 20 centimeter. Is it a right angle triangle? Okay, let's just see 12, 16, and 20. 12, 16, and 20. The longest side is always C, right? Because the hypotenuse of a triangle is always greatest in measurement, right? So this is 12, this is 16, and this is 20. Let's see if it is a right angle triangle. A square plus b square equals c square. 12 square plus 16 square equals 20 square. 144 plus 256 plus 400. 6 and 4, 10. 5 and 4, 9, 1, 10, 400. You can see both sides are exactly equal. That means yes, this is a right angle triangle, right? The correct option is yes, it is. Got it? Okay. The next one is a triangle has the side lengths of 7, 14, and 17 miles. Is it a right angle triangle? Okay, let's just check. This must be C, right? So that is 7 square plus 14 square equals 17 square. 7 square is 49 and 17 square is I think 289 and 14 square is 196. Let's just add. No, I think they are not equal, right? Because 49 and plus 196 is 245. So 245 and 289 are not equal. So the correct option is no, right? The correct option is no. Okay, the next one you have to do on your notebook and write the answer in the chat box. A triangle has a side length of 12, 17, and 20 meters. Is it a right angle triangle? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? The correct option is no, right? This is not a right angle triangle. A triangle has a side lengths of 9 inch, 12 inch, and 15 inch. Is it a right angle triangle? Okay. The correct option is yes, it is a right angle triangle. The correct option is yes. Okay, a triangle has a side length of 4 centimeter, 14 centimeter, and 16 centimeter. Is it a right angle triangle? Mm, 14 square is okay 196 plus. The correct option is no. This is not a right angle triangle, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is Pythagorean inequality theorems. Okay, let's just see. Okay, the sides of our triangle have length 2, 5, and 6. What kind of triangle is it? Right? So, how you see? First, put the three side lengths in order from smallest to greatest, 5 and 6, right? The greatest one is the C. And then check the 2 square plus 5 square, and you have to see if they are greater or equal to C, right? So you have 4 plus 25 is 29. 29 is less than 36, right? If that means 2, 5, and 6, these are side lengths of an obtuse triangle, right? If the sum of squares of two sides is less than the C, that means that is the obtuse triangle. Okay, let's just start with the test question. Okay, so you are given the side lengths. The sides of a triangle have length 6, 8, and 10. What kind of triangle it? Is it right? Okay, let's see. The greatest one is the C, right? So 6 square plus 8 square, you have to compare it to C square. 36 plus 64 and 100 square. 6 and 4, 10. 6 and 3, 9, 10. 100 and 100, they both sides exactly equal. If they both are equal, the triangle is a right triangle, right? So that would be a right angle triangle. This is a right triangle. Okay, the sides of the triangle have the length 2, 10, and 10. What kind of triangle is it, right? So this is C, 2 square plus 10 square, and you have to compare it to. So 4 plus 100, and you have to compare. 104 is obviously greater than 100, right? This is the situation when the triangle is acute triangle. But I think that must be obtuse. Let's see. That is acute triangle, right? If you have the sum of squares of two sides is greater than the third one, that is the acute triangle. Okay, the sides of the triangle have length 2, 5, 6. Okay. 2 square plus 5 square equals 6 square. That is 4 plus 25 equals, no, you have to compare, not equal, 36. So 29 is less than 36. That is the obtuse triangle, right? That is the obtuse triangle. Okay, the next one you have to check. The sides of the triangle have lengths 3, 4, and 5. What kind of triangle is it? Which is the correct option? The correct option is this is a right angle triangle. The sides of a triangle have 3, 6, and 8. What kind of triangle is this? Which is the correct option? That is the obtuse triangle. The sides of the triangle are 3, 6, and 7. What kind of triangle is it? Yes, that is again obtuse triangle. The correct option is obtuse triangle. Okay, the sides of a triangle have 3, 8, and 9. What kind of triangle is it? Yes, that is an obtuse triangle. The correct option is obtuse, it is right. That is again the obtuse triangle, right? The sides of a triangle have the lengths 5, 8, and 8. What kind of triangle is it? Which is the correct option? That is the acute triangle, right? The correct option is acute triangle. The sides of a triangle are 3, 9, and 10. What kind of triangle is it? This is a right angle triangle, right? Because the sum of the other obtuse, 9 times 9 is 81. Oh, 81 plus 3 is 90. It is, sorry, that is obtuse triangle. Okay, got it. Okay, we are finished with the lesson. Let's just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is special right triangles. Okay, so find M. You are given just one of the side length, right? And all the three angles. You have to calculate the side length. So how do you calculate? Whenever you have to calculate, you need to calculate the length of the hypotenuse actually, right? You have to see that is a special triangle. Two of the angles are 45-degree and one of the angle is 90-degree, right? So this kind of triangle is special where two of the angles are 45, 45, 90. 30, 60, 90 is also a special triangle, and so you have to evaluate